just the end of the day for us, it's the end of the year. We have screamed, we have yelled, we have danced, and we brought the news a little differently. But before Florence Foster Jenkins, aka the Fat Lady, comes to the end of her swan song, let's take a look at the action-packed drama, adventure, sci-fi, and comical season that was.
The Indian trading community had quite a taxing time as the state dilly-dallied on introducing the goods and services tax. Evidently, Lagan is not a bad word only when it happens to be the Amir Khan blockbuster. The BJP government proved that it was not fooling around when the GST bill was finally passed in Parliament in early April. One nation, one tax? Uniform taxation code is still an easier political goal compared to uniform civil code any day. But we all know the real reason for making everything equal. It's because math is hard enough as it is. Equality is fairness, and NDTV has changed their color scheme to include all colors. Just kidding. Red is neutral.
They banned notes of thousands and 500s. Black money hoarders are now dead, Modi said. The harried public stood in queues. For the commoners, the struggle was no news. Bear some pain for greater gains, Mitro, so that the filthy rich can be dethroned. They silenced the few who complained. The Jawans guarding the borders are strained. 86% of the rupee has been stripped of value. The destruction of a cash-dependent economy is no issue. Several U-turns were made by the RBI. It is the Reserve Bank of India. We sigh.
The true meaning of orange is the new black was not revealed until the night of November 8 when business magnate Donald Trump won the US presidential elections. The disasters in his campaign speeches clearly did not put off people who believe that yes, he can ban. Love him or hate him, he surely means a lot to the world. Looks like he's well on his way to trump many American dreams.
Talking about nationalism, the concept has been going great guns in Kashmir. Some in the Indian establishment believe that the dissenting Kashmiris have been stoned into an anti-Indian illusion by militants like Burhan Wani. With pellets, the Kashmiris received a demonstration of what it means to be blinded by love. The crown of India is not without its thorns, and this Kashmir story, which we take at media face value, has gaping holes.
Speaking of gaping holes in stories, let's move into our rapid fire round. In a tragic climax, the suspense drama unfolded after the death of a South Indian heroine. It's only then that the people realized that this is just the beginning of the movie and stood up and said, Jaya, hey! Turkey became a bomb test site for extremist groups while talks about ending nuclear weapons are still on. Talks about world peace is still the objective of the Miss Universe contestants. A ban of liquor stores hit the national highways. No bars are allowed within 500 meters of a national highway, forcing drunk people to drive 500 meters further after they are drunk. It's okay, because you can't get away with drunken driving these days. Meanwhile, the Indian Space Research Organization ISRO launched 20 satellites to a single rocket, breaking its 2008 record of launching 10 satellites in a single mission. See, not all blasts are bad ones, except for the holes in the ozone layer, which like climate change is a myth to everybody. Dang, it's hot in here. Irom Sharmila had food being pushed down her body for 5,757 days via baby formula through a nasal tube. She finally decided that it's time to grow up and eat like normal people. Well, it was worth the Guinness record. They say all is fair in love and war. Assad and Putin engaged in chemical romance while a jealous Trump bombed the party. But we're all friends on the outside and that's what counts. Vijay Mallya left without saying bye. Ratan said ta-ta to Cyrus Mystery way too soon. We Indians are sure good at farewells. Yes, it's best that we end with a poor joke on rich people, or as I'd like to call it, the irony of life.
Coming back. The long-standing tradition of the Indian railway budget was derailed this year when it was latched on to the union budget for the very first time. It seems that some railway ministers had the habit of bestowing way too much mamta on their respective home states. Can't blame them though. It's quite normal for our train of thoughts to return to their roots. It remains to be seen whether the country's largest employer can play a big role in this televised game of money. Safar, abhi baki hai mere dost.
Britain voted for a referendum, with much confidence with the vote of the common man to decide on whether the country should leave the European Union or not. And of course, with the last four letters of the word, there was no subliminal psychology. Brexit.
This brings us to the end of the show. Thank you for watching. Until next time, with a facelift. But before we go for one last time,
At the end of the day,
At the end of the day.
At the end of the day.
Sure, things are going to happen and there are going to be newsmakers and newsbreakers.
But for a little while, on this side,
For this season.
it's lights out.
Bye.